Hello and welcome to my SUPERFLAT world. This is episode 11 and I recently hit 100 subscribers, so thanks so much for that, guys. But in this episode, I'm going to be creating a storage hall because as you can see around my base, I definitely do not have one yet. And at my lower spot that I've been storing stuff at, it's just complete clutter. So in this episode, I'm going to be working on creating a nice storage hall for my base. Let's get to it. So I'm going to start with getting the materials for this build, and I think that I'm going to be using dark oak for the main frame of this because I recently found out that dark oak looks really awesome, and I think I'm going to build it in this corner over here. So I'm going to get to chopping down some dark oak trees, and here's your time lapse. Okay, so now that I have all of the dark oak logs that I'm going to need, I'm going to head over to the stone factory that I created in a previous episode back here, and I'm going to get to mining some stone. So after I had been mining stone for a bit, I decided to just get right into building. So in this time lapse, you'll see me put together the frame and part of the roof for this building. So enjoy this time lapse. Okay, so now that I have this outline done, I've also added these extra supports in here so I can put glass on the edges a little easier. So the next step is I am going to get some glass so that I can put that on here. And I got a whole lot of extra wood from when I was chopping down dark oak for all of the chests that I'm going to need in here. So I am going to start working on that now. Hello again. So I've got these trapdoors in here that are kind of going to act as a wall, which I think is kind of fun, and put in these dark oak doors. I've got all of the glass in now, and it's completely sealed off, so the only things left I've got to do are to put all the chests in here. I'm going to have to get some vegetation on the outside here, that way it looks a little nicer. And I'm gonna need to get a floor in here. So I'll get to working on the floor first, and I'll just cut back to you guys shortly. Alright, my next step is just to craft up a whole bunch of chests, so I'm gonna get to that now. Okay, we now have 2 stacks of chests, so I'll get to placing these in. Okay, that is now all of the chests placed in, And I think that now I'm going to craft up some barrels actually and place them in on the spots between the chests, because I think that it'll look kind of cool. So let's see, just like that. And I think that'll add some depth and make it look kind of cool. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the vegetation part now, and I'll give you guys a time lapse for that. So here it is. Alright, so that's it for the storage hall now. I'll give you guys some glamour shots, and then we'll get to the shout out of the day. So, thanks for watching, guys. Okay, so the shout out of today is Red Terraplayer. Thanks for subscribing and leaving an awesome comment on my videos. I seriously appreciate it, and thank you all for watching this, and I will see all of you in the next episode.